Got my creek behind me, 70 degrees, cloudy. I did a little Flint Ridge copy of a thing my nephew found down by the Ohio River earlier. I might do that video, I might not, because I don't know how it turned out. But what I did do was you can see I have behind me where I spalled to make some right size for heat treating. There's lots of good little flakes like this in there. Matter of fact, I might make one out of this. Look at that. I saw blue and all that kind of colors. Yeah, it's got a big crack in it. Now here's a piece. There ought to be something in there, and we'll take it from here. Video looks pretty good. I'll be using my steel indirect because Flint Ridge is pretty tough, with a little bit of whatever I need thrown in. But I got a crack there and a crack there, so we're going to do a little bit of abelo to start with. I actually like raw because you can really do some power on it. And it doesn't break when you hunt. You shoot at a squirrel and you miss. Use an obsidian. You know, if I shoot this at a squirrel, it's not breaking. Unless it hits dead on a rock. If it just hits in the dirt or a tree root or something, it's not going to break. So let's do a little bit of preliminary testing. See, we want to find them cracks. That crack keeps going, so I want to hit that off. There was a quartz seam. But see, it's still a good flake. It's trying to rain on me since I thought I was going to have a good day. Now there's a strong ridge right here that I want to get rid of, but it's also concave, so that's not gonna, we'll give it a little and see what happens. Got a little bit of it. Sometimes I use aluminum. Sometimes I break it in half. Let's see. This stuff sat out all winter, so yeah, it's got a crack. There's a crack right there. So see, it starts there and wraps down. Let's see if we can find a better. That's a good looking flint there. That make good strikers. And I could probably, see there? Could probably get a point out of that. And this is legal for hunting in West Virginia. It's 3/4 wide. 2 sharp edges. Let's just keep working this piece, see what we get. Yeah, there's guys that do big flint. I rarely do big flint. Every once in a while. And it's not that I don't like it, it's just I don't know what to do with it after I make it. I'm not well known enough to sell it. I mean, I do sell some. There's a store by my house that sells some of my work, but you know, I don't sell it per se to make money. I sell it so it doesn't pile up like this flint here. And you know, just enough so I can get gas money to, you know, go get more or buy more. I've been buying a lot lately. See, I'm thinking my point is going to be from here to here. So I got this width. I have a stem. I'm not doing notches. I just got to get, you know, this is way low, so this isn't going to be, you know, something's got to not be in the point. And you see, I'm hitting pretty hard. I tried that with the Wild Horse Obsidian. One hit and the whole thing turned to gravel. But I do like that. I got some videos on that Wild Horse. And I got another box coming. When I get some more, I'll make some videos on it. Because there's definite, just like the Flint Ridge, the Wild Horse has a learning curve too. I mean, pretty much every material has a learning curve. Now you see I got flattened out and I got my shape. Now I got to get my you know, my actual point going. I hope Creekside knapping is a popular thing, because that's all the knapping I'm going to be doing now that it's warm. Unless I'm in Florida, I might do beachside knapping, but I'll probably be fishing then. So I got a steep platform and I'm basically hitting straight down. The flakes are peeling off. Don't really have to abrade too much, because this raw Flint Ridge is pretty stout stuff. Some of the cooked Flint Ridge is pretty stout stuff. And when guys buy that Flint Ridge, they think, oh, it's butter. I hear that so many times. Oh, Flint Ridge is butter. A different kind of butter than I ever had. And that could just be I don't know what I'm doing. I don't claim to know what I'm doing. I'm just sitting out here having fun. Making something. And doing a little bit of zigzagging, but mostly I'm trying to diagonal run, because I want to keep this width and this, and I might lobe this and make it like a little McCorkle. That's a point type found around here. St. Albans, they have a McCorkle. That was the one I looked up. St. Albans McCorkle. Now I got me a little platform, and I can use some power to clean away a little bit. Oh, I'm getting sloppy. I got quartz there, and it's pretty tough. There, we got it. If you get that little scoop, it actually works as a good platform. I got a crack right there I gotta watch. But since it's raw, it's pretty stable. But you still gotta watch. If you hit right on that crack, it'll all be over. A little bit of pressure flaking. Last summer, I discovered, as in I found out about indirect pressure. Not I discovered, as in I invented. Because I saw Jack Crafty napping with it, and I gave it a try. And I developed, because of it, because of how much it can do, and the fact that I just make simple points for use, I developed a bit of an aversion to pressure flaking. Which I'm just now getting over. Man. I got a little diamond and I can't seem to break it. Sometimes, if things don't go right, your tool needs, a little bit of repair. Let's try a lighter, faster. Oh yeah, there we go. And sometimes you gotta just switch all together. You probably can't see. There's a diamond right there, and it's real tough. I gotta somehow sneak up on it. Ooh, that one did good. You know. Okay, why is there so many small points? Big piece of flint might only have a piece like this in it that's good. And if you got an error that you need a tip for, you need a tip. Rabbit, squirrel, deer, black bear. I don't know if I'd shoot a grizzly with a little 1-inch point, but I'd shoot a black bear. As long as he wasn't, the king of black bears. See, that was a nice one. Set that stuff up and you get a nice flake. And another nice one. I know it's hard to see, but what I'm doing is I'm up on that platform just a little bit, and I'm hitting straight down, and the you know, the flint's rolling across it. If you try to hit into it, doesn't always go so well. And if you try to power it, you know, a lot of times it works, and you get that sugar quartz on there. Now you see, here's our preform ready for shaping. Gonna here's my pressure pad. Just fits the palm of my thumb. Now this is my steel pressure flaker, and it's a little springy. It's starting to get short, so it's not as springy as it was. So I'll probably have to make another one this probably make another one here pretty soon, because I like to have a springy one. Now on the locally found points, they have some big flakes like that, but then all the edge work is just little steep, you know, shaping flakes. Now I don't know if that's from, you know, resharpening or... Well, I know when I find flint actually in my creek, Flint Ridge is 100 miles away. But when I find flint-like stuff in my creek, you know, it's small pieces, and it's not the best. It's like a cherty limestone. Every once in a while I find like a chalcedony that's more really like an agate. Tough, banded. And what I'm doing is I'm going diagonals because I want to get this yucky edge off. Then I'm going to set up some platforms. You know, I'm actually already pretty thin. I'm not. The point is, in a good shape, and it'll be good to go. Ready for a rabbit. Once you get that smooth lens shape, you'll be surprised, even with this raw flint ridge, which is tough stuff. How good the flakes will go. So now I'm punching straight down because I'm mostly shaping. A little bit of thinning. Trying to save all the pressure flaking I can. Now this is a rough looking point. Quite honestly, if I was going squirrel hunting, I would just haft it up. Be done with it. Squirrels, rabbits, birds. I wouldn't use it on a deer. I mean, that's sharp and pointy, but I like to have it a little more refined for deer size game. Now when I'm flicking back, what I'm doing is I'm just making the tiniest little platform. Instead of turning the point around and, all that. Okay. Sharpen up. Now I know there's guys that think that guys that just make little rough points now you see that edge on there? That is sharp. It's not perfectly shaped. Yeah, I might work on it just one more. Since I got a couple of nice platforms. See, now if that was obsidian and I was pushing like that, it would be a broke deal. Now, if you're new to knapping, I recommend starting out making little hunting points. Hunting point doesn't have to be a big cahokia, fancy thing. Which is what a lot of fellas have an idea of, that's a and cahokias are awesome. Don't get me wrong, I like cahokias. I make plenty of them. But I also make I understand why there's a lot more little. See, I had a seam right there in the hole, but that could be a point for a rabbit, squirrel. Man. And I don't think any tribes around here ate men, so. If someone's your enemy, you might feel like punishing them with a crooked little point. There we go. Not my best, but certainly good enough for what it would need to do. Pretty sharp. Good to go. Have an awesome day.